Marketing plan, anyone? If you're looking for a way to make a great marketing plan, then you're in luck because it's easy and complete if you use templates. In this session, we will learn about the 11P marketing plan template, and it's called 11P because there are 11 steps, all starting with the letter P. The first recommended step is to profile your primary target market, describe them, know their problem or pain, what do they want solved. Third, what is the present solution or pain to the pain that they're experiencing? And what is your unique selling proposition to solve that problem? To be able to see where you are versus the other choices of the same customer, you need to position yourself as far as parity and differentiation, and to be able to know if it's big enough to matter and small enough to handle, you will need to put an estimate of the market size in pesos so that you can properly put the expenses and budget and activities in perspective. The next four steps are the marketing mix, the product, the price, the promo and place strategies, and the 11th step, which also starts with a P, is called the Panalo winning strategy. In this learning session, you will see an example of how this is executed using a hypothetical company we will call WWW, warm wherever, whenever, delivering warmth everywhere in Baguio. This is Professor Bong de Ungria of the Ateneo Graduate School of Business, and this execution will elaborate how the 11P marketing plan template can be used. So this is the cover page, and the normal second step of a presentation is the outline. And in WWW, warm, whenever, wherever, the profile of the primary target market is Pedro, the wealthy family man. He has a problem as far as warmth where he lives in cool Baguio. His present solution is he buys firewood from SM department store. The unique selling proposition of this company is it can deliver environment-friendly firewood anywhere in Baguio in 60 minutes. An estimate of the market size for firewood is 877,000 per month, or more than 5 million a year. The products are firewood and related environment-friendly products delivered to Pedro in 60 minutes or less. For firewood, the price is 200 per pack, and that pack lasts 4 hours but is priced 20% higher than alternatives. There's no physical store, they deliver anywhere in Baguio. The promotions are through the company's website, Facebook page, and social media. And the winning strategy, it's a niche approach focused on Pedro type of customers. So, what's the profile of Pedro, our primary target market? In summary, Pedro is a wealthy family man. He is aged 30 to 40 years old. And let me just focus on why for the templates we require a 10-year age range. It's because we really want to have a specific profile of the primary target market, because that will dictate his age, his lifestyle, his family position, his general characteristics better than if you have a very wide age range. So we limit the age to 10 years for the primary target market. So at this age, Pedro, at 30 to 40 years old, is more likely to be married with 2 children, ages 8 and 12 years old. He's belongs to the socioeconomic class AB, and for this example, he lives and works in Baguio, where there's generally cold weather. He owns his own house, which has a fireplace, and he likes the outdoors and is very environment conscious. He also wants to provide bonding moments for his family. So that's the first step. Describe your primary target market, what's their profile, describe them in detail. Now, the second step is to describe Pedro's problem or pain. In this case, sometimes it gets too cold at home. What contributes to the problem is Pedro is a busy man. He prefers firewood to spread warmth and provide bonding moments for his family during cold days in Baguio. But firewood is scarce. He still has to go to the department store and he frequently forgets to stock up on enough firewood. What makes it a little more complicated is generally there's no delivery of firewood to his home, and he does not like heaters for the expense, and even if he can afford it, he prefers firewood over heaters. He's also concerned about the source of his firewood, and because he's environment conscious, he wants to know if he's supporting or harming nature with what products he uses. For this problem or pain, Pedro has current solutions or present choices. First, when he feels cold, he can do nothing, and his family just bears the cold, or he can buy or stock up firewood from SM. But the challenge there is if you buy it from SM, the only differentiator between all different firewood alternatives is the price, and you don't want that to be the only differentiator. His third option is to buy and use an expensive heater. Now, what does the company WWW offer as an alternative solution, or what we call a unique selling proposition to Pedro? Well, this company delivers nature-friendly firewood anywhere in Baguio within 60 minutes. So, with this selling proposition, the benefit to Pedro and his family, his wife and kids, is they will enjoy warmth and joy at their fireplace with real firewood and the real fire. He does not have to think about it or remember, he just calls. Furthermore, the USP or the company contains a guarantee that the product promotes a sustainable environment. The firewood is from fast growing trees, which it plants itself and then replaces. So, with this unique selling proposition, you would want to find out how your company and your product is competitively positioned. The first plot of the positioning is a 2 by 2 matrix. You would look for two critical variables that would allow a clear differentiation between your product and your competitors. For firewood, the two key differentiators would be price and place. Okay? So for price, you can be low price like SM Firewood, and for place, it can be bought at the store. Or you can be high priced like WWW Firewood, and it can be delivered to your place. You know that you chose the right combination of variables if this allow you to really separate or have a differentiation between your main competitors in the market. So for this template, I always propose to use two positioning maps, a 2 by 2 matrix, and the other is a benefits map, where you list the common benefits that you share with your competitors, but more importantly, it should show your points of differentiation. For firewood, plotting this shows that there are points of parity that is shared by the four key competitors: SM Firewood, Firewood WWW, those which neighborhood store supply, and the electric heater. The first batch of benefits are commonly shared by most of these choices. They all provide warmth. Three of the four gives natural light, and promotes family bonding. But aside from the points of parity, what is more important is to show that there are points of differentiation. So for this example, only WW Firewood is positioned to be from a sustainable source that can be delivered within 60 minutes through an easy to call number or chat, and in all natural packing. So yes, it's important to have a point of parity with your competitors because that will help customers place you or frame you in their mind as to what you are and what you can do. But to win in the marketplace, you should have relevant and compelling points of differentiation. The sixth step is to determine the market size. And we always emphasize that market size is not population, it's not the number of people. It has to always be translated to peso value. So for Baguio, taking a information from Wikipedia, the most relevant information here is the number of households. And there are about 88,000 households in Baguio. And from our I Love Marketing model, the SEC classification, we know that Class AB is about 1% of the population. And since 1% of the total population will show 877 households would be Class AB, where there could be a Pedro, the wealthy family man. Now, the estimating that firewood will be delivered 5 times at 200 each for the entire month, each AB household with a Pedro can order 1,000 pesos worth of firewood per month, and therefore multiplying the number of households times the consumption will give 877,000 per month as the monthly market size. Now, the target market share that WWW can aim for, given there are four competitors, can be 40%, and that would make the potential or target company sales on a monthly basis to be 351,000. So multiply that by 12 months. The total revenue of this company for firewood would be around 4.2 million. Now that amount is again relevant because it puts in perspective what projects or communication programs the company can put to get that 40% market share. It cannot spend 10 million if its annual revenues is only 4 million. And it cannot spend just 10,000 because it might not be able to get that 40% market share. So this step of estimating your size of the market is very important. Now, after having that, you now focus on the marketing mix or the 4Ps, and you describe each of them. So the first one is the product and service strategy. For this example, you just dial one number and delivery is within 60 minutes. You can text, chat, or call. You can get an instant auto response from a chat bot or a live person. For the frequent orders, they have a database that makes it easy to reorder. And they have a website that shows how different this firewood is from other choices that Pedro may have. It also uses additional products like candles or potpourri on the website, which customers can order together with the firewood. So, to illustrate the strategy, you can list these attributes, or you can show print screens or photos of the website, the product catalog, the Facebook page, any campaigns that again demonstrates what the product and service strategy is. When you have a product, you want a price for that. And in summary, this product is premium priced, but still affordable to the AB class like Pedro in Baguio. So you may want to put a comparison table of product photos, of prices of your product versus competitors. The next P is the place strategy, where you describe how the product reaches the final customer. And www delivers everywhere in Baguio. It doesn't need to go to a physical store. Customers like Pedro just need to go to the website. They can choose to scan a QR code or um, submit leave behind WW cards. They can also order via Lazada or Shopee, and all the deliveries will have the customer shoulder the delivery fee. The way www communicates is through its Facebook page, through Messenger chat, through its presence in Lazada and Shopee, through a one-way Viber community, meaning it's just the company communicating to the Viber group members. It also has a campaign of leave behind ref magnets, which serve as permanent calling cards that can be given for every delivery. And it takes advantage of word of mouth. So the last step is what we call the Panalo generic winning strategy. And by targeting just the Pedros, AB, Class AB in Baguio, it is clear that www is a niche player. It doesn't target everybody. It has a specific target market like Pedro, and it does not need to compete on price. It will not sell in places other than Baguio because one of the sources of pain is the cold weather. In summary, we showed the profile of Pedro, his problem on warmth, his present solutions, and the proposition that we will deliver environmental friendly firewood anywhere in Baguio in 60 minutes. This gives a potential market size of 877,000 per month, and we are targeting 40% share of this total market. So the products are firewood and related environment-friendly products delivered in 60 minutes or less. The firewood itself comes in 200 peso packs that last 4 hours. It is 20% more expensive than alternatives. There's no physical store because the company has set up delivery anywhere in Baguio where the customer pays the price of delivery. The promotions and communications are through the website, Facebook page, and other social media. And the Panalo strategy is a niche approach focusing on Pedro customers. So this has been a sample execution of the 11P, the 11-step marketing plan template for a hypothetical company we called www, warm wherever, whenever, delivering warmth everywhere in Baguio.